What's up, y'all? It's your girl EJ, and I am back with a Ruthless rewatch. Now, we're going to be talking about episode 4, The Highest to Be. Now, on this episode, Sheriff Conley, of course, has intercepted all the calls that Brian made to Mac, and he says that those calls no longer exist. All the voicemails are gone. So, basically, Brian is SOS, y'all. Now, Daikon is going to tell the sheriff to go in after the girls, but it's not looking so good for your girl, Paula, because she, of course, has been shot, and it's looking pretty bad for her. Now, we are going to find out that Paula is going to end up hiding and Lacey is going to end up staying out. She's basically going to sacrifice herself in order to make sure that Paula can get out. Now, once they actually come in, Lacey makes it known that she didn't kill Liz or Herbert. And I'm just like, girl, you definitely killed them. But I get it. But what she quickly realizes is that the sheriff is in on it and Daikon is going to come in. So it is what it is. Now, Paula is going to make it out, y'all. But the big question is did Paula actually make it out? Did she bleed out? Like, what happened? Does she actually make it? So the highest, of course, is going to end up asking for River. Now, he's going to end up asking Ruth, like, do you mind? And he's basically trying to figure out if she's jealous like Daikon. And Ruth is just like, nah, I don't mind. She does plan in his head that Daikon is really, really in love with him and cares about him so much that he could probably disappear River. So she's implanting that in his head now. So anyway, of course, the highest is like, no, Daikon would never do that. But anyway, y'all, Ruth is going to realize that something is in the food. Now, she goes to get the tray, of course, and she's taking it back to the kitchen, but she realizes that there's something in the food. She smells it. She can see a little something. And Elder Mother is going to catch her. And so she just confronts her and asks her, like, what is in his food? And so eventually she tells her that it's candy and it's vitamin D3. And she asks her, like, what is candy? And she tells her that it's some sort of upper volume. And then she's going to tell her, like, look, don't give him that anymore. And I'm just like, girl, somebody needs to give him something, because if this is making him happy, then please keep giving him the happy pills, okay? Whatever, I'm good with it. But anyway, y'all, Ruth is going to end up telling him that the highest wants to see him and that he should actually tell the highest before Daikon actually has a chance. Because once again, she hasn't come up with a plan for this yet. And she's like, I can't think of everything. So anyway, y'all, we're going to see that Zane and Elder Mother are going to be having their moments. They are going to be getting closer. Elder Mother is really taking a liking to Zane. And you're going to see this relationship kind of progress and grow throughout the season. Now, the other Elder Mother, which I can't remember what her actual name is, but she is going to tell Elder Mother Marva that Elder Mother Agnes was killed, that Paula and Lacey killed her. Now, we do know that in real life, Elder Mother Agnes, the lady who plays her, Rhonda Steuben, that she did pass away. So definitely our condolences there. Now, the other Elder Mother is going to tell Elder Mother Marva, like, look, we have to start treating these girls better. We can't keep treating them the way that we're treating them because of what happened with Elder Mother Agnes, but Elder Mother Marva is just not trying to hear it. Y'all already know how Elder Mother is. She like, whatever, they need to just listen. And of course, Elder Mother, the other Elder Mother, just goes along with what she's saying, but she does have a point. They're getting older and the younger people are going to be there, and sometimes they're going to be stronger than them, yada, yada, yada. You have to treat people better, but the environment that they're in, the culture that they're in, the way that the camp is run, that's not going to happen. It is what it is. I mean, they got a punishment trailer, for crying out loud. So, there's that. Now, y'all, I do not know if maybe my captions or something were reading this incorrectly, but when River went to go visit the highest, at the very bottom in the caption, River's gonna say, like he hasn't been there because, he didn't want to bother him when the highest asked him where he's been. And then he's gonna tell him, like, I'm your husband. I'm not a monster. At least that's what the caption says. And I was like, I'm your husband. Like, what? I've seen so many of these episodes. I've watched so much of this. Maybe I missed something, but that's what the captions at the bottom said. But anyway, that's not important. It's just every time that you rewatch things, you see something different every single time. So anyway, y'all, Joan is going to tell Ruth that something has shifted in her confidence. She's also going to say that River actually told her that she was sleeping with the highest, and Ruth is just like, look, who do you think I am? I'm a street bee. I know when I'm getting played. And she's like, he didn't tell you that. And so they just have this, this awkward conversation like they always do. Ends up with Ruth always going off on her, and then Ruth tells her something like, you spelling bee something, and then she's like, well, I'll just go away, AWAY.
If you see these hands, get your spelling bee ass. Get away from her. Away. AWAY.
I love some of their one-liners. Some of their one-liners and these comebacks that they have are so clever, and it's just so funny and just adds that little bit of comedic relief to a very dark show. So yeah, there's that. So anyway, y'all, Ruth is going to go to the kids trailer and she's going to get caught. The other elder mother is going to ask her, what is she doing there? And of course, she's going to say that she was, she was checking in on the kids and that the highest has a prophecy. So she thought that they were supposed to be there, and she's like, no. And then she warns her not to come there anymore. Otherwise, she was going to tell the highest. So you already know how this goes. Everybody always snitching out here. Everybody always want to go run tell the highest some stuff. Now, they know how crazy he is. They know how angry he gets, but yet they always trying to go tell it. Like, they always making things bad for themselves. So anyway, y'all, Andrew is going to let the highest know that they caught Oliver and that they have Lacey as well. Now, the highest is going to end up apologizing to River for how he has treated him, but we all know that this is going to be short-lived because he'll be apologizing 1 minute and then the next minute he'll be trying to chop somebody's head off. But anyway, y'all, your boy Daikon is going to feel away because the highest didn't wait for him for this prophecy. He's going to find out that there's a prophecy and that the highest has went on without him, and it's so crazy. He's just like, he didn't even wait for me. So anyway, y'all, the highest is going to end up giving his prophecy, his whole prophecy that always starts with, I got a word from the Raku, y'all. I got a word from the Raku. And the word is this. No, but seriously, he goes and he tells them that the word is for elder mother, and he calls her up there and he tells her that she no longer has to work as hard and that her only job is basically going to be to cook his food, and that she will now be the supreme elder mother. And oh my goodness, y'all already know that this is going to go to her head because she thought that she was about to get kicked out. But, turns out that the highest thought of something really clever to give her. Now, we all know that this is part of this is part of Ruth's plan to limit her power. And she implanted that idea in his head, and and he ran with it. So there's that. So then the second part of his prophecy is that they need a new place, and this all comes into play with the money. He's trying to get this money there. They're going to fix the buses and they're going to go to a new place. I mean, basically it's hot on the block. The camp out here in these woods is hot and they need to go. I mean, the senator's son has died out here. The cartel, they're about to steal their money. They have to go. So it is what it is. And then the last part of the prophecy, or the third part of the prophecy, is going to be that the Raku has called Ruth to be his wife. He has chosen a wife, and that Ruth is going to be his wife. And let me tell you, everybody was just so excited about this, except for Elder Mother. Elder Mother's face was just like not doing the most. And another person's face out in the audience who wasn't happy about this at all either was Daikon. Daikon is just in his feelings all the way around, y'all. Like, Daikon is not feeling this at all. So, Ruth has her win. Like, she's put all these pieces on the chessboard and everything is kind of just coming together. Okay, y'all. So that's what's up with season 3, episode 4, The Highest to Be. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode. What did you think about this whole plan that Ruth and River have kind of put together? River put the pieces into play about Ruth being his wife, and then she kind of pulls it all together, gets Elder Mother out of the way a little bit by limiting her power. Like, they are definitely playing chess and they're moving all these pieces around the board. So let me know what y'all thought about this episode. Go ahead and get the conversation started down below. Meanwhile, guys, guys, if you like this video, make sure to go ahead and like, share, and subscribe to your girl channel. Turn on your notifications so that you do not miss out on any of my future Ruthless content. Now, YouTube says that you just might like this video next, so go ahead and take a look at it. Until next time, guys, peace.
Precious cargo, be careful with my heart.